Voice of World UK mission is to eradicate poverty from world. Poverty is a complex issue. It affects millions in the subcontinent. People living in poverty lack access to basic needs. These include food, water, shelter, and healthcare. Poverty traps families in a cycle of deprivation. It limits their opportunities and potential. Poverty has many causes. Some are historical, like colonialism. Others are social, like discrimination. Economic factors also contribute to poverty. These include unemployment and lack of access to education. The effects of poverty are devastating. It leads to hunger, malnutrition, and disease. Poverty also limits access to education. This perpetuates the cycle of poverty. Addressing poverty is a moral imperative. We must work to create a more just and equitable world, a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Poverty is more than just a lack of money. It affects every aspect of a person's life. We need to understand this to effectively address poverty. The Multidimensional Poverty Index, or MPI, helps us do this. It looks beyond income to measure poverty. The MPI considers factors like education, health, and living standards. For example, a family may have enough income for food, but they may lack access to clean water or sanitation. This can lead to illness and further hardship. A multidimensional approach to poverty is crucial. It recognizes the interconnectedness of poverty's aspects. This approach helps us create more effective solutions. Cash transfer programs are a direct way to alleviate poverty. They provide regular payments to families in need. These programs have shown positive results in many countries. Cash transfers can help families meet basic needs. This includes food, education, and healthcare. They provide a safety net for the most vulnerable. Studies show that cash transfers can have long-term benefits. They can lead to improved health and education outcomes. They can also empower women and reduce child labor. However, cash transfers alone are not enough. They must be part of a broader strategy. This strategy should address the root causes of poverty. Investing in human capital is crucial for poverty reduction. This means investing in education and healthcare. Education and healthcare are fundamental human rights. They are also essential for economic growth and development. Education empowers individuals and communities. It equips people with the skills and knowledge they need. These skills help people secure better jobs and break the cycle of poverty. Healthcare is equally important. Access to quality healthcare improves health outcomes. It also increases life expectancy and productivity. This contributes to overall economic growth. Investing in education and healthcare is not only morally right, it is also economically sound. Creating opportunities, jobs, and economic empowerment. Creating jobs and economic opportunities is vital. This will help lift people out of poverty. People need sustainable livelihoods to support themselves and their families. Supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, or SMEs, is key. SMEs are major job creators in developing countries. They provide goods and services to local communities. Investing in infrastructure is also crucial. This includes transportation, energy, and communication. Improved infrastructure attracts investment and creates jobs. We need to promote fair and ethical trade practices. This will ensure developing countries benefit from global trade. It will also create more equitable economic opportunities. Fiscal reform funding a more equitable future. Fiscal reform is essential to fund social programs. These programs will help reduce poverty and inequality. This means creating a fairer and more efficient tax system. Governments need to collect taxes fairly and transparently. This will ensure everyone contributes their fair share. It will also generate revenue for essential public services. We must address tax evasion and avoidance. This will bring more resources into the system. These resources can then fund social programs. Fiscal reform should prioritize social investments. This includes education, healthcare, and social protection. These investments will create a more just and equitable society. Climate resilience, protecting the poor from environmental shocks. Climate change disproportionately affects the poor. They often live in vulnerable areas. These areas are prone to floods, droughts, and other climate-related disasters. Investing in climate-resilient infrastructure is crucial. This will protect communities from climate change's impacts. It will also ensure access to essential services during crises. Promoting sustainable agriculture is important. This will help farmers adapt to changing climate conditions. It will also enhance food security. We need to invest in early warning systems. These systems can alert communities to impending disasters. This will allow for timely evacuations and reduce casualties. Political will and global cooperation catalysts for change. Ending poverty requires strong political will. Governments must prioritize poverty reduction in their policies. They must allocate sufficient resources to social programs. Global cooperation is also essential. Developed countries have a responsibility to support developing nations. They can do this through aid, debt relief, and fair trade practices. Civil society organizations play a vital role. They advocate for the poor and hold governments accountable. They also provide essential services to communities in need. Ending poverty is a shared responsibility. We must work together to create a more just and equitable world for all. A future free from poverty towards a brighter subcontinent. Ending poverty in the subcontinent is a daunting task. However, it is an achievable goal. By implementing the right policies and working together, we can create a brighter future. We need a multi-pronged approach to address poverty's multifaceted nature. This includes cash transfers, human capital investment, job creation, and fiscal reform. Political will and global cooperation are crucial for success. We must work together to create a more just and equitable world. A world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Ending poverty is not just about charity. It is about justice, equality, and opportunity. Let us work together to make poverty a relic of the past.